You're watching Fox 22, Bangor. From the Great North Woods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on GMM, with schools just around the corner, one of the Northern Light hospitals in Maine is hosting a kids' vaccination fair next Thursday.
Plus, a local and international celebrity, Stephen King, appeared in court yesterday.
And the town of Lincoln may be getting a new tenant in the old mill. This and more local news coming right up.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for tuning in this morning. We have a lot to get to in our 8 o'clock hour. It's going to be a day full of fun news, good news, and of course,
it's a beautiful day.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful day. But Devin Biggs has all the details.
Hey, Joe and Emma, thank you very much. Temperatures are going to get pretty warm around here. There's a heat advisory that's in effect just off toward the west of Bangor, so the counties highlighted here are in effect until Thursday at 8 p.m. Note today is Wednesday, and this will last till about Thursday because of a couple days of some heat that we'll need to keep an eye on. For now, though, things are quieting down for us. It's very quiet out there this morning with a mostly clear sky. We will see a lot of sunshine today that will allow temperatures to warm up, but even warmer temperatures will soon be on the way. Let's give you the bigger picture. High pressure is located right about in here, keeping us very nice. More active weather off toward the west, and we'll have some more active weather moving in for us later on in the 5-day forecast period. Moving forward, though, a nice day on the way for today under a lot of sunshine, maybe some more fog developing later on tonight. And as we head towards tomorrow morning, so we'll need to be careful and watch for that. As for the winds, not too bad out of the north at about 5 miles per hour, maybe a few higher gusts up to 10 miles per hour. And that looks to be about it at this point. Your forecast moving forward for today, middle 80s, mostly sunny skies, a little humid out there too, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 60s, mostly clear, some dense fog developing again. South wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, lower 90s are back. It's going to be hot and humid, partly cloudy with a small chance for a thunderstorm. That south wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. In your hourly forecast moving forward, a lot of sunshine, temperatures making it into the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
First this morning, a pedestrian hit by a car in Hudson last week has died from his injuries. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office says 65-year-old David York was struck on Route 221 in Hudson just after 4:30 p.m. on July 27th. He was taken by Life Flight to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor. 50-year-old Judith Whitmore of Hudson was driving the vehicle and was not injured. Officials say the investigation remains inactive. They say speed and alcohol do not appear to be factors in the crash.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office has issued a silver alert for 26-year-old Brett Libby of Long-Aid Township. Libby was last seen walking into the woods near Joe Mary Road around 12 a.m. Tuesday morning. According to the Maine State Police spokesperson Shannon Moss, Libby has been in crisis for at least the past 2 days. Moss says he wasn't wearing any clothes at the time of his disappearance. He is described as a white male around 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing 172 pounds with brown hair and blue eyes. If anyone sees Libby, do not approach him. Rather, call 911 or the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office. There is reports out there that he may have been found this morning. We'll have more details coming up after the break.
An inmate has died at the Bolduc Correctional Facility in Warren. According to the Maine Department of Corrections, at approximately 3:35 p.m. on Monday, 49-year-old Christopher Wilson from Troy, New York, passed away. Wilson's death was attended by medical personnel. The Attorney General's Office and medical examiner have been notified per MDOC policy. In July of 2017, Wilson was sentenced to 10 years for aggravated trafficking of scheduled drugs. This marks the 8th inmate death reported to Fox ABC this year from Maine's Department of Corrections.
Native American tribes are going to have to wait months before sports betting begins in the state of Maine. The law adopted by state lawmakers goes into effect Monday, August 8th, but the executive director of the Maine Gambling Control Unit said it could take until January of 2024 to get the rules sorted out. Milt Champion acknowledged that the rulemaking will take more time than people have expected. The law legalizes sports betting in Maine, with tribes getting exclusive rights to online wagering, while existing casinos can conduct in-person betting.
With the new school year coming up, families have a lot to think about, but Northern Light Mayo Hospital is trying to make some of those decisions a little easier. The hospital is holding a back-to-school bash and vaccination fair on Thursday, August 11th, at its campus in Dover-Foxcroft, complete with games and prizes. All childhood vaccines will be available for little or no cost, but the event is not only for those looking to be vaccinated. Parents who are seeking more information about vaccines but are also not sure are encouraged to attend.
There will be specific tables for families to attend. So if they have questions about vaccines, there'll be a location. I think we're having a demonstration on how to pack a healthy school lunch, other areas of health and wellness, not only vaccines, because we know success at school starts with a healthy start to the school year.
For more information, visit northernlighthealth.org. The time is now 8:05. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear from former Governor Paul LePage, who was campaigning for the upcoming election in Bangor yesterday.
But before we go, here's a look at your weather today. A high of 85 degrees, mostly sunny skies. It'll be clear this evening. Temperatures down to low 60s. Tomorrow is the day we've been waiting for all week. 90 degrees is the high. It will be hot with a little bit of a breeze. Hopefully, it'll cool things off just a bit.
I'm 82 years old and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
Bathfitter doesn't just fit your bath. We fit your life. When a normal day is anything but normal, we fit your schedule with our unique tub-over-tub process installed in as little as a day. When high quality is the only quality that matters, we fit your standards with a lifetime guarantee. Bathfitter. It just fits.
Now, with $600 off a complete bath system, it fits your budget too. We've never had a promotion this big, so call or click now.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Movie Rocket, 268 Odlin Road in Bangor, and at movierocketbangor.com.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
We are the first family of country music. Protecting the legacy no matter what happens.
Your mama didn't become an icon by playing nice.
You don't think I can continue her legacy? Just watch.
This family's hanging on to a lot of secrets.
You are scared of the truth.
Never a dull moment.
Ain't no grave can hold my body down.
Gubernatorial candidate Paul LePage spoke during a Bangor Rotary Club speaker series where he addressed key issues and values of his campaign. He claims that the state of Maine has had too many failures when it comes to recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. The former governor also spoke about ongoing staffing shortages, despite there being many available jobs. One of LePage's biggest concerns is the rising cost of oil ahead of the winter season.
I would have taken a portion of that money and I put it into an account. And I've gone to all the oil dealers and gas dealers and say, charge what you charged last year and send the balance of the payment. The state will pick up the balance of the payment because I am deathly afraid of our elderly freezing this winter.
The Rotary Club will continue the special speaker series, which takes place every Tuesday for the month of August. Next week, August 16th, Congressman Jared Golden is expected to attend. For more information, including Zoom details, visit bangorrotary.org.
The town of Orono could see a historic building converted into a brand new space. AJ Douglas learned what this could mean for town members and UMaine students.
A Texas-based company called Tyler Technologies submitted a now-approved proposal to the town of Orono's planning board. The proposed project would convert the University Inn into an office space to create job opportunities and internships for co-development students at UMaine. The Director of Community Economic Development, Mitch Stone, says the tech company is working with the town council on the next steps.
Contract zones typically have to be vetted, and those all go through the council.
The company has submitted a rezoning application. The property currently sits in a medium-density residential area, and the application would allow village commercial use, which is consistent with the company's requested construction.
That piece of property actually was identified in our comprehensive plan as a piece that was ripe for rezoning or contract zoning because of where it lies next to the village commercial in the downtown.
Tyler Technologies has an existing relationship in the state of Maine. ERP Division President Chris Webster says it's time to expand and support the existing 30 employees in the Bangor area with a larger space.
Recruiting and hiring in southern Maine is very competitive. And this was really an opportunity to recruit and expand our presence into an additional Maine labor market. We wanted to be as close to UMaine as possible for enhancing some of the partnering that we're doing, the internships, recruiting.
Stone says the proposed office space would encourage more diversity and inclusion in the area.
Business, a software company that would attract younger families, which is part of our comprehensive plan. So the project makes a lot of sense.
The Public Town Council hearing will take place August 8th. If the proposal is approved, the tech company plans to begin construction by November. In Orono, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
We're 11 minutes past the top of the hour. After the break, we'll hear from people in the recreational pot industry who explain the recent supply and price changes should be expected.
Plus, we'll hear from residents of Bangor regarding the ongoing efforts by City Council to ban flavored tobacco. This and more local news when we return.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you can have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
Welcome to Rebecca's. For over 30 years, we've been serving our local customers in downtown Bangor, and we invite you to explore our historic shop.
Rebecca's carries many Maine-made products from local artisans. Perhaps you need a gift basket for your next celebration. We'll be glad to help. From blueberry ceramic dishes, gourmet foods featuring Stonewall Kitchen, fine wines to antique dishes and furniture. You're sure to find that perfect gift.
We hope to see you soon at Rebecca's.
When it comes to covering local news,
stories that matter,
things that affect you, there's no better place to turn than right here on Fox 22.
We make the most of your time, keeping it local and giving you the facts.
Especially when they are breaking, because there is nothing more important to all of us than getting it right.
Local news weeknights at 10 with Beth Jones and Peter Dubois on Fox 22.
The price of recreational pot in Maine keeps going down, with supply going up. That was expected, according to an industry group. Mal Meyer has more on what it means for marijuana consumers.
We serve people who have been consuming for a long time and people who are brand new to it.
Seaweed Co. was one of the first adult-use marijuana stores to open in Maine back in 2020. Now it has 2 locations.
We really strive to cultivate really strong partners with the vendors and other growers in Maine that we work with.
Retail manager Emily Hyman says that means they're able to get good prices for product.
And when we can, we always try and pass that along to our customers.
The average retail sales price per gram has fallen. In 2020, it cost $15.83. This year, it's down to $10.29.
what happened is at the beginning of the program, all of the cannabis in the market was on the more expensive side.
Matthew Hawes is with the Maine Cannabis Industry Association. He says there's more supply, which is driving down the cost. And consumers now have more options with different prices to match.
There are still great craft, boutique-grown companies in Maine that are producing exceptionally high-quality products. And those may stay a little bit more expensive, but you're paying for what you get.
He does not expect the average price to go down much lower for the foreseeable future. Even with growing competition, some stores aren't looking to be the cheapest out there.
We really pride ourselves on quality, and we're never going to compromise that, but we also like to provide quality products at an affordable price for our clientele.
The city of Bangor is asking residents' opinions on banning flavored tobacco. Our Stephanie Wittenbach has the details.
Portland is the only city in the state thus far to ban the sale of flavored tobacco. Bangor is trying to do the same. The city's ordinance was originally passed in 2021, but because of a missed notice requirement in state law, the city had to repeal the ban. The reoccurring theme in the ongoing battle on whether to ban the sale of flavored tobacco is the concern over teenagers in the community using the harmful products.
My store has a 99% compliance rate, which means they're just not buying it. They're getting it from somewhere else. So a flavor ban doesn't make sense. It's not going to stop.
Peter says her store has been in business for over 20 years in Bangor, and this ordinance, should it go through, could threaten everything she's worked so hard for.
That person's going to drive over the bridge and still purchase it. It just makes no sense.
Dej Michelle says no one under 21 has purchased from him while on duty.
I check IDs every single day to the point of most of my guests getting mad at me. But then I come here to the city, I'm supposed to have my back. They're saying, no, we're not doing our jobs. So that's what we're here to say. I'm doing my job, and please just let me keep doing it.
On August 8th, there will be a second meeting where the public can make their voices heard to the City Council. The meeting starts at 7:30 p.m. at City Hall. In Bangor, I'm Stephanie Wittenbach reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Parents of a young victim of the Sandy Hook massacre go face-to-face with conspiracy theorist Alex Jones as part of a defamation lawsuit claiming he intentionally inflicted emotional distress when he repeatedly called the mass shooting a hoax. Fox's Bill Malugin has the details.
I can't even describe the last 9.5 years of the living hell that I and others have had to endure because of the negligence and the recklessness of Alex Jones.
Neil Heslin and Scarlett Lewis lost their 6-year-old son during the 2012 Sandy Hook massacre, and they say their pain has been made even worse because of years of harassment from right-wing conspiracy theorist Alex Jones and death threats from his fans. This after the former InfoWars radio host claimed the shooting at the Connecticut elementary school was all just a hoax.
I fear for my life and my family's safety.
Tuesday marked one of the final days of testimony in the 2-week trial in which the parents confronted Jones as part of a defamation lawsuit against him and his media company, Free Speech Systems.
This was an incredibly real event, and I lived it. And it's unbelievable that you would continue to say that it didn't happen.
Jones, who has since acknowledged that the shooting was real, also taking the stand on Tuesday.
I never intentionally tried to hurt you. I never even said your name until this case came to court. The internet had a lot of questions. I had questions.
Jones's lawyer claims Jones has already paid for his wrongdoings after being deplatformed in 2018 and losing millions of viewers. The family is seeking as much as $150 million in damages, but ultimately that decision will be up to the jury. In Los Angeles, Bill Malugin, Fox News.
Jones has already been found liable for defamation in other lawsuits in both Texas and Connecticut. His media company, Free Speech Systems, filed for federal bankruptcy protection last week. And the time is now 8:19.
Let's get a full look at our forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs. He joins us now.
Good morning, Devin.
Hey, Joe and Emma, thank you very much. A heat advisory is up for the counties highlighted here, running until Thursday evening at about 8 p.m. Note today is Wednesday, so we do have to put up with that for another day or so. But the more concerning day looks to be tomorrow with temperatures elevating into the 90s and higher humidity levels as well. For now, though, things have really cleared out. High pressure is moving in, so we'll be under a mostly sunny sky today. And, of course, tomorrow will be the better day for a lot of those dew points to get higher, though, as high pressure will be moving in, and then eventually this warm front will move in, and that's what's going to give us a lot of the higher humidity levels. But a lot of action across the upper Midwest this morning. A lot of thunderstorms. Some in these areas have turned severe in a few spots. Wave heights are not too bad either, but, of course, water temperatures. We have some warmer air temperatures, so for those thinking about going to the water, temperatures are going to be in the 60s, so a little bit refreshing out there for those heading out into the ocean. Now let's talk about those air temperatures. Our average high is 81 degrees. We'll be in the middle 80s today, lower 90s by Thursday, middle 80s as we head towards Friday and Saturday, upper 80s by Sunday, back down to the lower 80s as we head towards Monday and again for your Tuesday. Alrighty, your muggy mirror, though, dew points will be on the rise soon. You might feel it a little bit today with regards to humidity, but over the next few days, we'll feel it getting even higher, though. We'll possibly getting close to 70-degree dew points as we head towards Friday and Saturday. Then a gradual drop-off as we head towards Sunday, and things will get a little bit better as we head towards your Monday. UVNX forecast for today is back up. It's at an 8. That's considered very high. A burn time of around 15 minutes. Hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. So moving forward for today, not too bad. A lot of sunshine on the way, a light breeze out there. We'll be watching for a little bit more fog that will try to develop later on tonight, so be careful of that. Visibility may go down for a while. Low beams, fog lights will be necessary. Do not use your high beams and allow extra time to get to that destination. And of course, any precipitation that we get later in the week will be needed, though. We're definitely under some drought across this part of the state, so again, any precipitation will be good news. So your forecast for today, middle 80s, mostly sunny with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 60s, mostly clear, some dense fog developing. That south breeze at about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, 91 degrees, getting hot out there, partly cloudy with a slight chance for a thunderstorm. South wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast. That slight chance for a storm on Thursday. Highs in the lower 90s. More storms on the way Friday and Saturday, with highs in the middle 80s and upper 80s on the way for Sunday under a partly cloudy sky.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
As our parents get older, they can stay more active with the right care.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, did you have 4 of those? Yes.
Yeah. Find care for your mom and dad at care.com.
At Spectrum Mobile, you get unlimited for $29.99 a month per line for 2 or more lines. Let's say you need 3 lines for your business. Did you just say $29.99 per line per month? That's what I was going to say. Or maybe you need 4 lines for your family, or 5, or 6. Each line is only $29.99. Maybe that's why they're the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. Or maybe it's this smile. We don't know. The numbers aren't in. Spectrum Mobile. Unlimited and nationwide 5G for just $29.99. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store near you today.
Join us at Fairmont Market in Bangor for hand-tossed pizza, sandwiches, salads, and much more. Serving our community since 1925. Fairmont Market is proof that great customer service and delicious food stand the test of time. Open 7 days a week.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Skowhegan, is sponsored by R&B's Home Source, Madison, with name brand appliances, furniture, and bedding for every room in your home, camp, or cottage. Shelley's Toy Box on 66 Water Street, Skowhegan, has all of your kids' playthings. Shop local, Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 4. The Bankery and Skowhegan Floriste is an artisan bakery, cake shop, and florist. We invite you in to treat yourself to a bite to eat and flowers for a smile.
Good morning, everyone. Well, when the Red Sox traded Christian Vazquez to the Astros on Monday night, Chaim Bloom said straight up, it's an incomplete picture. Now the trade deadline has come and gone, and in addition to Monday's moves, the Sox added some help at first. Boston has reportedly traded for Padres first baseman Eric Hosmer after he exercised his no-trade clause as part of the Juan Soto deal with the Nationals. The Red Sox will get a couple of minor leaguers while sending lefty Jay Groom over in the deal. San Diego is also expected to absorb a large portion of the contract, somewhere around $43 million reportedly. Hosmer is a career .277 hitter and a 4-time Gold Glover. He's batting .272 with 8 home runs and 40 RBIs so far this season. So definitely a need that they have had to address between Dahlbeck and Franchi Cordero, and they did that there. After all the talks of selling, guys like JD Martinez and Nate Eovaldi will be staying put, and will stay put on baseball too, because the Queen City River Dogs captured the Senior Legion state title last week. Now they're headed down to Massachusetts to show New England what Maine is made of. Tyler Cruz has more.
The longer you leave someone like us around, the underdog around, the more you believe.
It's been about a week since the Queen City River Dogs defied all odds, beating the higher seed Bessie Motors twice in a row to capture the Maine Senior Legion state title.
I said, no one expects us to win. Nobody expects us to win.
I'm still riding the high a little bit. I won't lie to you. It's been an experience for sure.
We were the only people in the whole stadium that knew we were going to win.
It's that underdog mentality that's carried them through the dog days of summer.
We've won when people haven't expected us to.
A couple big games where we had Bangor and Trenton that we never felt intimidated at all. The kids know that they're good players.
Queen City practically has the same roster this summer as they did last. But they were 2-out in the state tournament just a year ago. So what's different?
The team's pretty much exactly the same. I think it's just the energy we brought this year because we both had pretty successful seasons, Brewer and Hamden, in high school ball.
And now they're gearing up for the American Legion Northeast Regional, facing off against Rhode Island on Wednesday afternoon.
We have nothing to lose, really. I mean, we're going down there trying to play our best ball at the right time of the year. Obviously, this is going to be a tournament full of loaded teams.
So while they're there to win, it's the memories off the field that will be traveling with them back to Maine no matter what happens.
Spending time with the teammates, this will last in my brain forever as like a great time with our team.
We have a really good group of guys here, so I think the hotel energy is going to be pretty fun, maybe a little chaotic, but that and then going out there and seeing where we stack up against the teams from the Northeast.
Reporting from Hamden, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thank you, Tyler. And Hamden's summer baseball success didn't stop at just Senior Legion. At the Junior Little League level, the Broncos also punched their ticket to the regional championships in New Jersey. Hamden captured the state title on Saturday afternoon, beating Acadian in the final game of a doubleheader at Mansfield Stadium. Now, lately, the Broncos have dominated their opponents on their way to regionals, and early on, it didn't take long to recognize how special this team could be.
After seeing our first, 1 or 2 games and see how well we just played together, then after that I had a pretty good idea that we were going to go pretty far in the tournament.
They all get along well, a lot of great camaraderie inside the dugout, no bickering. They all know exactly what they need to do for their jobs, on and off the field, both.
Now, on the field, 14-year-old Bodie Bishop has proven to be a rising star across several Hamden teams. This summer, Bishop took home the rare Triple Crown. He helped win a state title with the Junior Little League team, Junior Legion, and even Senior Legion, playing up with the River Dogs during their playoff push.
It's just been so fun, just playing for one team and then playing for another team, then playing for the other team. And it was just great having all 3 teams come out on top.
Bodie is a great guy, very humble. He comes out to play. All he wants to do is win. He's just an all-around, he's a ball player. He really is.
I don't think there's a higher compliment than you can get than being just called a ball player. That's pretty much peak right there. Best of luck to those teams. And to contribute to their trip, you can find their GoFundMe pages on our website, foxbangor.com. After all that baseball talk, though, let's close things out with an update from Foxborough. Training camp continued in full pads for the Patriots on Tuesday. And similar to Monday, it was once again the defense that reportedly had the edge. Mac Jones said in the offense are still working to get comfortable running their new offense. Now, they know it's going to be a process, but that doesn't make losing any easier, even if it's just in practice.
It's very competitive, and when we lose the day, to me, that's like a shot in the heart, It's like we lost the game. So there's a lot more than that because it's practice. You want to learn, but at the end of the day, we're out here competing, and the goal is to have more good plays than the other team. And in that case, that's the defense right now. And I feel like we can compete even more and even better.
So the mindset for him has just got to be day by day. Alrighty, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Out with the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday, all-day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas, $8. Wednesday, small steak and cheese with french fries, $6.25. Friday, fish with french fries, $7.50. Saturday, small one-item pizza, fountain soda, $7.25. And you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
I heard about you. You're that smart kid.
Young Sheldon, boy genius on Origin Story.
Yes, that's me.
A small-town boy.
Young man. Yes, you.
With supersonic hearing. Visionary vision.
Cheeky little Miwan, you know you don't belong there.
And a heightened sense of smell.
Ew. Put your shoes back on.
Young Sheldon, 5 times a week.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
You can't smell this.
Yes, I can.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
Welcome back. It is Wednesday, August 3rd of 2022. There's 150 days left in the year if you are counting. The forecast coming up in just a moment.
We're counting if you aren't, so don't worry. Christopher Columbus set sail from Palos de la Frontera, Spain, 534 years ago today on his first trip to what would become America.
Singer Tony Bennett is 96, actor Martin Sheen is 82, TV personality Martha Stewart turns 81, and the GOAT Tom Brady is 45 years old.
Today is Clean Your Floor Day, National Watermelon Day, and strangest of all, Grab Some Nuts Day.
Nuts and watermelon sound fantastic.
Sweet and savory.
I like the cashews. Those are by far superior, I think, of all nuts.
I like walnuts.
Ooh, okay. You
And
got
pecans.
a chance to have those walnuts for last week.
And I'm happy you segued into this because our guests last week from Williams Family Farm, they sell from their farm stand in Clifton salty maple glazed nuts, and we all agree, our PA as well. They're not too sweet. They're not too mapley. And it's
They're
like, if you're a sweet and savory fiend, oh my God.
Those bags did not last long
No,
whatsoever.
I know, and there was all sorts of goodies, and those went first, along with the maple cotton candy, too. That I got a stomach ache from eating too much of.
Oof. Didn't get a chance to try that one.
It's my fault, I'm sorry.
Oh, see what I have to deal with? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, let's turn it over to meteorologist Devin Biggs. I'm sure the forecast is looking bright and sunny today.
Good morning, Devin.
Hey, Joe and Emma, thank you very much. Temperatures are going to get pretty warm around here. There's a heat advisory that's in effect just off toward the west of Bangor, so the counties highlighted here are in effect until Thursday at 8 p.m. Note today is Wednesday, and this will last till about Thursday because of a couple days of some heat that we'll need to keep an eye on. For now, though, things are quieting down for us. It's very quiet out there this morning with a mostly clear sky. We will see a lot of sunshine today that will allow temperatures to warm up, but even warmer temperatures will soon be on the way. Let's give you the bigger picture. High pressure is located right about in here, keeping us very nice. More active weather off toward the west, and we'll have some more active weather moving in for us later on in the 5-day forecast period. Moving forward, though, a nice day on the way for today. Under a lot of sunshine, maybe some more fog developing later on tonight. And as we head towards tomorrow morning, so we'll need to be careful and watch for that. As for the winds, not too bad out of the north at about 5 miles per hour, maybe a few higher gusts up to 10 miles per hour. And that looks to be about it at this point. Your forecast moving forward for today, middle 80s, mostly sunny skies, a little humid out there too, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 60s, mostly clear, some dense fog developing again. South wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, lower 90s are back. It's going to be hot and humid, partly cloudy with a small chance for a thunderstorm. South wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. In your hourly forecast moving forward, a lot of sunshine, temperatures making it into the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin.
Back to your local news. A gift company, or box company, I should say, is opening its newest and largest location in Brewer. After 6 years of operation, Box of Maine has opened its third location. From humble beginnings as a mail-order business out of its owner's basement, Box of Maine has grown to a company that has customers all over the world. From that demand, Box of Maine was able to find its newest home in Brewer.
Daniel Finmore, the owner, says the new location is better suited for the business packaging and shipping needs. He says it also offers something completely new, a storefront where guests can go and browse the selection of over 200 different Maine goodies.
Now we can expand and do other things. We can start to do seafood. We have a retail location where now our customers can come in, and we have tourists that come in every day, and they're just a little gift shop. They can come in and build their own box. So it's unlimited on what we can do now.
With so much success, Daniel says he thought Box of Maine should also give back to the communities around it. Every month, Box of Maine partners up with a different nonprofit organization. This month's partner is the Durden Center in Brewer.
As we team up for our big grand opening, it's the Durden Center, Eastern Area Agency on Aging. It just made sense. They're here in Brewer. They just moved to Brewer recently as well, and they're out supporting their community through programs and events.
From now until the end of the month, Box of Maine will donate $1 to the Durden Center for every gift box sold. It's a great time to buy lobster if you can, but lobstermen and women say the current demand isn't matching the supply, and that's causing issues.
Matthew Juronzik has the story.
It's more unwelcome news for lobstermen and women. The price of soft-shell lobster has dropped to pre-pandemic levels. Justin Snyder says it's a 1-2 punch for lobstermen.
What's really affecting them is the increase in costs on everything else. So the lobster price has fallen back to normal, but everything else is just as more expensive, bait and fuel.
Not only is inflation a primary reason, but it also has to do with supply and demand.
As we're seeing in the greater lobster industry is a reduction in the demand as compared to last year. We're in the high supply part of the lobster season, if you will. The demand is not there and there's an oversupply, the lobster price is going to come down. So that's what we're seeing right now.
According to Waterway Guides, the average price of diesel tops $5 a gallon based on where you load up, something that plays into whether lobstermen go out.
It's a really good balancing act is what they really have to do. They have to do the math and figure out, is it really beneficial for them to go lobstering if, when you factor in bait and fuel costs with such a low lobster price right now.
Besides the drop in price, factors like the Chinese not buying as much lobster also factors into the lower lobster prices. But as Snyder says, it's just part of the industry.
Year's definitely different, in the lobster industry. Last year we were dealing with, high demand, a very high boat price. Now it's just the opposite. Things are coming back to normal on the demand side of things. The retail demand both here on the island and elsewhere is different. All of that is having a greater effect.
Despite the low lobster costs, Snyder is confident that the industry will rebound. Reporting from Southwest Harbor, Matthew Juronzik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Dozens of cats and dogs seized from a property in Alfred are now ready to find their forever homes.
For nearly 4 months, they've been getting medical treatment at area shelters.
Megan Wilgus has the details.
So we have very small breed dogs, we have larger dogs.
It's been less than a minute since the Animal Refuge League of Greater Portland opened its doors, and already people are here hoping to add a new family member.
We have Stella, who's a black and white All-American mix. We have Amira, who's a Husky mix. And we have Rosie, who I would also call an All-American mix. She's a brindle. She's only 11 months.
Stella, Amira, and Rosie seem like your typical playful pups now, but just a few months ago, it was a different story.
The animals were not well. They were dehydrated. Many of them were very thin with malnutrition. The majority of them had intestinal parasites, which caused severe sickness.
These dogs are just 3 of 50 that investigators seized from an Alfred home in April. According to the Animal Welfare Department, the homeowners were trying to operate an unlicensed shelter for a year and failed several state inspections.
I think when you have a large amount of animals living in one home environment, there's a lack of socialization and enrichment provided to each. So they all respond really differently behaviorally.
Director of Community Engagement Gina Roth says the shelter has been waiting for court resolutions the last 4 months, putting a strain on the Portland shelter's resources.
We sent many of these animals to foster homes, and they took up a foster home for a good length of time. Normally, those foster homes would welcome animals for a much shorter amount of time.
Workers have cared for 14 dogs from that Alfred home. 7 of them are up for adoption as of Tuesday. Many of the other animals seized are also up for adoption through several shelters across the state.
We're honored to give them the new beginnings, finally.
Still to come here this morning, Author Stephen King arrives at Washington to testify for the government in the major book merger trial.
But first, here's a quick look at your forecast. Temperatures in the mid-80s today, mostly sunny skies. It'll be clear this evening as well, where the temps drop down to a low of 63. And tomorrow we are hitting 90 degrees with hot and breezy. Hopefully it'll cool off just a little bit.
Dynamic hatchbacks, capable and rugged SUVs and crossovers, go anywhere vans, powerful full-size pickups. Toyota has more electrified all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models than any other brand, like the electrified RAV4 Hybrid with 40 mpg and up to a 580-mile total driving range. Your New England Toyota dealer, your electrified all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Penobscot Poorhouse, Bangor's favorite neighborhood pub, is your place to catch all your sports and live music. Don't miss a second of the action on our 24 TVs and big screen. Enjoy live music every Friday and Saturday nights, karaoke on Wednesdays, and trivia on Thursdays. Concert season is in full swing. Relax in one of our 2 outdoor seating areas, including our new beer garden. The Penobscot Poorhouse is the place to be before and after the show. The Penobscot Poorhouse, Bangor's #1 sports and entertainment location, 14 Larkin Street, off Main Street in Bangor.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Skowhegan, is sponsored by Goldbrook Mitsubishi, a car dealership like no other, offering new and used Mitsubishi vehicles, also selling and servicing many other different makes and models. Merrill Hyde, Fortier, and Yowney, attorneys at law, representing Maine for more than 100 years. 95 Water Street, Skowhegan. Key Appliance and Computer Improvements, located directly beside each other at 101 Water Street in Skowhegan. We look forward to providing you the very best.
Aaron Judge and the Yankees battle Nolan Arenado and the Cardinals. Baseball Night in America, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
I would like to be remembered, number 1, as a good man.
Those words from Hall of Fame baseball broadcaster Vince Scully. The voice of the Dodgers for nearly 70 years has died at the age of 94.
Will Gantz looks at his life and legendary career.
He began every broadcast the same way.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Whether in Brooklyn in the 1950s or for the 6 decades that followed in Los Angeles. Vince Scully calling 67 seasons with the Dodgers, the longest tenure of any broadcaster with any one team ever.
What a marvelous moment for the country and the world. A black man is getting a standing ovation in the Deep South.
Hank Aaron breaking a Babe Ruth record. The 1988 World Series in Kirk Gibson's Game 1 walk-off homer.
In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
And the 86 World Series.
Behind the bag, it gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it. High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
During his final broadcast in 2016, Scully looking back on an incredible career.
When the upcoming winter gives way to spring, rest assured, once again, it will be time for Dodger baseball. So this is Vince Scully wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon wherever you may be.
He's an icon. He's an icon of L.A.
You know, it's a sad day for the city. It's a sad day for baseball.
Growing up, baseball is all I had. And Ben was there every step of the way.
Best-selling author and Maine native Stephen King arrives at a Washington, D.C. court to testify for the government in the major book merger trial. The Justice Department is fighting to prevent the $2.2 billion merger of 2 of the biggest book publishers, number 1, Penguin Random House, and number 4, Simon & Schuster. Now, the government is arguing if Penguin buys rival Simon & Schuster, independent publisher will be outbid for authors and competition in the market will be eliminated.
King, whose longtime publisher is Simon & Schuster, opposes the merger. He tweeted last year he believes the merger will crush smaller businesses. King has been amassing a net worth in the hundreds of millions of dollars. The antitrust trial is expected to last 2 to 3 weeks. Swiss scientists have created jet fuel from an eco-friendly source. The fuel uses solar-powered sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to power jet engines. Scientists say the process involves injecting CO2 and water into a solar reactor and blasting it with concentrated solar heat to split molecules into hydrogen and carbon monoxide, otherwise known as syngas.
This development is a climate-friendly, carbon-neutral synthetic alternative to fossil-derived fuels like kerosene and diesel.
Our goal is that by 2025 to have the first full-scale commercial solar fuels plant in operation with a production capacity of around 10 million liters of methanol per year.
The aviation sector is responsible for about 5% of global emissions causing climate change. Most aircrafts are currently fueled by kerosene.
An Oregon 8th grader experimenting with soil and technology may have just found a new way to grow healthier crops.
Her idea has earned her a top spot in a major Young Scientist competition.
Fox's Will Matzold has more on her project and why she started it.
They grew better than most of the other plants that I worked with without AMF.
For Sahasra Swargam, it all started growing up around crops during weekly trips to Savi Island.
I used to go there every weekend to see how fast they were growing, what the result is. So I realized the progress was kind of slow.
Sahasra's idea is soil that includes arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi, or AMF. She also uses sensors to monitor soil temperature, moisture, and pH level.
I was looking at all the benefits AMF has, and then through Google I found out like using it in plants, it makes the plant grow healthier and better, and it has so many benefits.
It was actually her father, Sunil, and his friends who worked on Savi Island.
Not only she stopped at that point, so she moved forward and she started thinking about how to help farmers.
Sahasra's work paid off by being named one of 10 finalists in the National 3M Young Scientist Challenge.
I was like really happy and I couldn't keep my smile in. So like I was walking around the halls that day like smiling so much. The teachers kept wondering why.
After the break, we have your upbeat stories this Wednesday morning.
We'll be right back.
Dude, can you believe we're graduating? And they helped us find a great job. Soon we'll be living the dream.
Exactly. I'm incredibly grateful for Maine Job Corps. If it wasn't for them, I'd be working an entry-level job and barely making it.
Let Team Maine Job Corps help find the career that's right for you. Call 561-8516.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ presents the latest in photo booth technology with the all-new 2022 Air Booth. Print out everyone's pictures in beautiful full-color photos and have them sent directly to your phone. The new Air Booth is available for weddings, birthdays, class reunions, anniversaries, and corporate events with some of the best, most fun props around. You can book the Air Booth, limousine, and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deals. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Bangor, Maine. It's time. Pitbull. Can't Stop Us Now tour. I don't know about you, but I feel good. Pitbull, the party of a lifetime. With special guest Iggy Azalea. Maine Savings Amphitheater, August 11th. Get tickets now at waterfrontconcerts.com. For more, hit pitbullmusic.com.
Fireball.
And here's a look at some of the upbeat stories making headlines today.
It was a special birthday for Yuan Dudu and Wan Lily at the Beauville Zoo in France. The twin pandas celebrated their first birthday with bamboo shoots. The pair weighed just a few ounces when they were born. They're now up to 66 pounds. The cubs will spend the next few years in France before being sent to China. The first woman from Mexico to travel into space has been given the keys to Mexico City. Katia Chatazia was on board Blue Origin's 5th space tourism launch in June. She's also the youngest American to visit space at 26 years old. Competitors leaped 75 feet off the old bridge in the Bosnia and Herzegovina city of Mostar over the weekend. It was part of the annual diving competition. This is the 456th edition of the competition held at the old bridge, which was built by the Ottomans in 1566 and rebuilt after Bosnia's war. And so far, archaeologists have found 400 vessels containing human ashes mixed with rubber and roots in an ancient Mayan crypt. The Tanina chamber, which dates back to the 7th or 8th century, was discovered in 2020. Archaeologists believe the remains of important figures were incorporated into balls to be used in sports as a way to life after death. And those are some of the other stories making headlines on ABC 7.
And for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood,
here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
Visual effects create the magic that makes people want to go to the movies. Movies are special effects.
A new series shows you how movie magic is made, literally. Light and Magic chronicles the rise of Industrial Light and Magic, the special effects company created by George Lucas to make Star Wars. The show is directed by Empire Strikes Back and Raiders of the Lost Ark writer Lawrence Kasdan, who tells me the work ILM does freed him up to be as creative as possible while writing these worlds.
You try not to think, well, how much money have we got or how much time have we got? You think, well, if I had an ideal world, what would I put in the script? And then you see how close can you get to those things.
Light and Magic is out now on Disney+.
Thank you for your donation.
New today on Hulu, it's season 2 of FX's critically acclaimed series, Reservation Dogs. The Native American coming-of-age comedy picks up in the aftermath of last season's tornado. 2 episodes out now on Hulu, with a new one coming each week.
Hey, I'm here to see D'Angelo.
Also, the 4th and final season of the Emmy-winning FX comedy Atlanta will debut September 15th. The first trailer dropped Tuesday. Chris Rock is taking his 4-season sitcom Everybody Hates Chris to the world of animation. Everybody Still Hates Chris will be a reimagined animated version of the show for both Paramount Plus and Comedy Central. The series will follow Rock's teen years with the iconic comedian narrating. And happy birthday to Tony Bennett, the legendary singer turning 96 today, while actor Michael Ealy is 49. And that's what's happening in Hollywood.
And with one final look at your forecast, here's Devin Biggs.
Good morning, Devin.
Hey, Joe and Emma, thank you very much. A heat advisory is up for the counties highlighted here, running until Thursday evening at about 8 p.m. Note today is Wednesday, so we do have to put up with that for another day or so. But the more concerning day looks to be tomorrow, with temperatures elevating into the 90s and higher humidity levels as well. For now, though, things have really cleared out. High pressure is moving in, so we'll be under a mostly sunny sky today. And, of course, tomorrow will be the better day for a lot of those dew points to get higher, though, as high pressure will be moving in, and then eventually this warm front will move in, and that's what's going to give us a lot of the higher humidity levels. But a lot of action across the upper Midwest this morning. A lot of thunderstorms. Some in these areas have turned severe in a few spots. Wave heights are not too bad either, but, of course, water temperatures. We have some warmer air temperatures, so for those thinking about going to the water, temperatures are going to be in the 60s, so a little bit refreshing out there for those heading out into the ocean. Now let's talk about those air temperatures. Our average high is 81 degrees. We'll be in the middle 80s today, lower 90s by Thursday, middle 80s as we head towards Friday and Saturday, upper 80s by Sunday, back down to the lower 80s as we head towards Monday and again for your Tuesday. Alrighty, a muggy mirror, though, dew points will be on the rise soon. You might feel it a little bit today with regards to humidity, but over the next few days, we'll feel it getting even higher, though. We'll possibly getting close to 70-degree dew points as we head towards Friday and Saturday. Then a gradual drop-off as we head towards Sunday, and things will get a little bit better as we head towards your Monday. UV index forecast for today is back up. It's at an 8. That's considered very high. A burn time of around 15 minutes. Hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. So moving forward for today, not too bad. A lot of sunshine on the way, a light breeze out there. We'll be watching for a little bit more fog that will try to develop later on tonight, so be careful of that. Visibility may go down for a while. Low beams fog lights will be necessary. Do not use your high beams and allow extra time to get to that destination. And of course, any precipitation that we get later in the week will be needed, though. We're definitely under some drought across this part of the state, so again, any precipitation will be good news. So your forecast for today, middle 80s, mostly sunny with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 60s, mostly clear, some dense fog developing. That south breeze at about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, 91 degrees, getting hot out there, partly cloudy with a slight chance for a thunderstorm. South wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast. That slight chance for a storm on Thursday. Highs in the lower 90s. More storms on the way Friday and Saturday, with highs in the middle 80s and upper 80s on the way for Sunday under a partly cloudy sky.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
At Dorsey Furniture, we believe value means more than a great price.
That's why we do what we do at Dorsey Furniture. That's why we're always updating our showroom with new pieces and new displays. That's why we're always eager to show you the latest furniture styles and newest fabrics.
Because we believe that your home should be beautiful.
Visit our showroom and experience Dorsey quality, Dorsey value, the Dorsey reputation. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A in Holden, and online at dorseyfurniture.com.
From the land to the sea, Chase's Family Restaurant is the place to be.
Are you looking for a place to unwind after a long day?
Then come check out our Hideaway Lounge.
With a bar that's both upbeat and laid back. And it's the perfect atmosphere for anyone who wants to unwind after work.
Or kick it up for the weekends with daily drink specials and a full dinner menu.
You can fill up on a good time any night of the week.
Thank you for being a part of our family.
Here at Chase's Family Restaurant.
On the next, Last Man Standing.
What is it with you and tanks?
It's a big metal machine with a huge gun. What's the mystery?
Mike finds a hidden treasure.
I have boxes of these tanks.
This is like Easter and I found all the eggs.
But another bidder wins the prize.
Stacy, you can't have these.
I've never wanted anything more in my entire life.
That's what you said about me 30 years ago.
I already got you. Now I've moved on to something else.
Last Man Standing. This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
Now that we're in the dog days of summer, the last thing we want to do is turn on our oven, right? Well, of course, right. But on the other hand, it can get pretty boring eating salads all summer long. The answer? How about making a fill-you-up comfort food favorite that's made in your slow cooker? We start by sautéing Italian sausage along with a chopped onion and some garlic. While that finishes up, we mix together some ricotta cheese with a couple of beaten eggs, a good amount of shredded mozzarella, some Parmesan cheese, and some oregano. Then, after lining the bottom of our slow cooker with some spaghetti sauce, we add in half of the cooked sausage, half of the ricotta mixture, and half a pound of uncooked ziti that we rinsed in cold water. That allows us to throw it in without cooking it first. After layering everything one more time, we finish it off with more sauce and cheese. Then we simply turn on the slow cooker and walk away. When it's done, what we end up with is a slow-cooked, comforting favorite. There's no heating up the kitchen and no need to rush home to make dinner. It's ready to serve whenever your gang is ready to dig in. To get the recipe for our slow cooker baked ziti, all you have to do is check out our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a slow-cooked summer way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
I could eat baked ziti at any hour of the day, at any time, whenever.
Especially in the crock pot?
Yeah.
You just throw that in there and go out and run your errands, come back, and you're good to go.
I always forget that's an option for pasta. Oh, good idea, Howard. An elderly store clerk in California fends off would-be armed robbers in a dramatic shootout caught on camera. And a warning, viewer discretion is advised. The video is quite alarming. Here's a surveillance video from Norco Market and Liquor early Sunday. A man in a ski mask carrying a rifle walks in the store and points the gun at a store clerk who's behind the counter.
But the store owner grabs his own shotgun and fires, sending the suspect fleeing and into a waiting car. The suspect can be heard shouting, "He shot my arm off." The suspects were later found at a Southern California hospital, and one had the gunshot wound. 3 more suspects were found in the suspect's vehicle at the hospital. The police say the BMW was reported stolen, and the inside